Officer, what do you mean these brakes were cut? What do you mean my husband's dead? Hey you guys, it's your girl Yarn Goddess, and today we're going to do this look that was highly requested on Instagram. First, real quick, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. It makes me so happy to see my videos getting views. If you are new, welcome. I am doing makeup. I am Yarn Goddess Tries. We are trying so many different things, specifically makeup first, and hopefully some other things in the future. But welcome. How you doing? You should subscribe since you're here. So today I mentioned we're going to be recreating this look I had posted on Instagram about a week ago. I was messing up my makeup and I decided I was going to do a look for another cosplay, and I ended up doing this look and I absolutely loved it, and I bought a new wig and the whole thing just came together and it was amazing and I love it so much. And I didn't make a video for it at the time, and so I posted it. People were like, we want to see a tutorial, and I was like, okay, you're going to get a tutorial. To recreate this look, I had used Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette and her Violet palette, and I absolutely adore these two. Like, when she said pigment, like, she meant pigment. She meant color. She meant pop. She meant you're going to be seen no matter what lighting you're in, and I absolutely love it. And for my foundation, I'm going to be using NYX's Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation and a concealer. The foundation's in the color Mocha and the concealer's in the color Golden Honey. And I absolutely love and adore these two. They really said can't stop, won't stop, and they never stop. Like, they perfect. And for my primer, I'm going to use e.l.f.'s Tone Adjusting Primer. It is a really powerful bottle. Like, it's $6. It is absolutely amazing, and it has lasted me a long time, which I'm actually kind of surprised about because I haven't had to replace it in a hot minute, and now it's time and I'm sad. So the first thing you want to do is prime your face. If you are like me, you struggle to remember this on camera, but off camera is like the first thing you do. So I'm actually going to do right this time and prime my face so I can show you guys that I live by my own words. And just rub it in there all over. Make sure you get your forehead. A primer is really good to add onto your face before you apply your foundation and your makeup, because it basically smooths out your face and gives your face a nice solid base to work with, and a much smoother base to work with instead of just like your bare skin. And also, most primers are pretty moisturizing, so if you have issues of dry skin, or you're like me, you have combination skin, some parts of your skin gets dry and other parts stay oily, this kind of helps keep everything in balance, which I really appreciate because I'd be having the shiniest forehead by like 4 o'clock. I'll put on makeup at noon, 4 o'clock, I'm looking like freaking lighthouse. After we have primed our face, we're going to actually do our eyebrows first. I know it's a shocker, like I have been really big about not doing my eyebrows first. I usually do my eyebrows last, but lately I've been doing my eyebrows first and then my eyeshadow and then my foundation last. And it has changed my life. It has changed my whole makeup career. Like I actually have eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to use J.Cat's Perfect Brow Pencil. It comes with a pencil, which is actually really cool because it's retractable. And it also comes with a brush on the other side. I think the retractable pen is like really, really cool because I know a lot of companies start using it and have retractable pens, but like I'm usually the person to not get retractable pens for my eyebrow pencil, and I hate having to shave pencils. Like, the moment I found retractable pencils, I never went back. But for our eyebrows, we're going to basically just brush everything up real quick. And the color pencil I have is a jet black, which I feel like is a little bit too dark for my eyebrows, but brown is never dark enough. So we're just going to use black and make it work. Now, after you have brushed your eyebrows upwards, you're going to take your pencil and you're basically going to start on the very outer part of your eyebrow, like near your nose, and just kind of slowly fill in your brows. You don't want to draw on your eyebrows as if you are actively have no eyebrows and you want draw on strands. If you already have enough strands there, you kind of just want to fill it in and make it more defined. I know some people actually shave off their eyebrows and draw on afterward. That is a look that they want to do. That's not what I do, and it doesn't really matter. But for me, I am just filling in. I have been doing my own eyebrows because we are still in quarantine, and definitely so. And my razor has been a little overzealous, I'm not gonna lie, and it has taken off more than it needs to. And it's fine because that's with the pencil. So there you go, we got one eyebrow done. I'm gonna do the other one real quick, and then we'll work on blending this together. Now that you have roughly fairly the same shape, I'm still working on getting my eyebrows look the same on both sides, and I'm okay with them being sisters, not twins. So, you know, related, but not identical, it's fine. But you're going to take your brush, and you're going to basically brush your eyebrows in with your pencil, kind of smooth out the harsh definition, and kind of just make it look all kind of cohesive. Just kind of blend it together. Kind of be gentle on the outside of your eyebrows just because it's really easy to either erase or blend too much. And also be careful at the very tip of your pencil, at the very tip of your eyebrow, because it's also really easy to erase your eyebrow. So once we have it blended to about where you want it to be, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're actually going to go over it with concealer and clean it up. But once we get it to about where you want to be, that's, look at that. Already looking better, looking like an eyebrow. There you go. And now you're going to repeat on the other side, and then we're going to get our concealer and clean it up. Now that we have our eyebrows blended together, we're going to take our concealer, our NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the color Golden Honey, and we're basically going to, like, you know, shake it up a little bit because the bottle's not quite empty, but it's getting close. And we're going to take the concealer and we're going to put it right on your eyelids, like so. And instead of using a concealer brush to move the concealer around, I'm actually going to take a makeup brush, a nice flathead brush, and I'm going to kind of blend it into my eyebrow carefully and kind of just paint it around onto my eye. And as I get closer to my eyebrow, I'm going to take the concealer and just kind of follow the arch of my brow and just kind of add concealer as I need to. Before, I used to add concealer straight onto the brush, but then I noticed that sometimes I had too much concealer and it kind of got kind of clunky and kind of mad, not really matted, but like it got too thick for what I needed. And it was a little bit frustrating because sometimes I would get it right and other times I would not get it right. And I find that this method is a little bit easier because now if you have too much, you can just put the rest of it on your eyebrow, on your eyes, like, you know, just move it around. And if you need more, you can go back, grab yourself some more concealer, and add more as you need. I think for this one I'm going to add just a little bit more, like right here. And also add some concealer on the outside, very gently. And just kind of shape out your eyebrow. And dab around. If you have any kind of like art or painting experience, then you know exactly how difficult it is to just kind of follow a line and not have it go anywhere other than where you want to go. If you don't have any painting experience, that is fine. You will learn that this looks fairly easy, but sometimes like what you want your hand to do and what you actually do are two very different things. And I don't know what happens with the process, but you know, sometimes you just take off part of your eyebrow. It happens. You can always put it back as you need to. So I'm basically going to keep going, following the arch of my eye right here. And also you can kind of clean up some areas. There's some parts of my eyebrow that I want to make more arched, and I did not with the pencil. And I was totally fine because I could just take the concealer and just clean it up. And on the outside, do the same thing. Kind of blend it out. Don't worry about it being too all over the place because we're going to add foundation over it and work on blending the two colors together. So right now you should have a nice light base on your eyes and underneath your eyebrow. Now that my eyebrows are done, they look pretty good in my opinion. I like the way they look today. They're a little dark, but it's whatever. My eyebrows are actually fairly dark when they're filled in, so that's fine. I'm going to grab a little bit more concealer, and I'm going to grab a wet sponge and dab onto the concealer brush and just basically smooth out the concealer I have on my lid and make it just a little bit heavier so I have a nice even base. For my eyes, I really try to have one lighter brown color just because my eyelids are naturally darker, and it makes the eyeshadow pop a lot nicer on my eyelids. I don't necessarily like to use a white concealer or a primer just because I don't always use the entire space, and sometimes I have a really weird white line underneath my eyebrow where I didn't use the the white base. So I prefer using either a lighter brown or in this case a golden honey to kind of make my eyelid just a little bit brighter so that the colors I use pop up. And since I'm using like, you know, black, I don't really need it to be too white or too bright because black is going to pop up, especially Juvia's Place black is going to pop up regardless. Like I think one time I used it without primer and I was like, damn, she really put her foot in this. Like it gonna be here whether you want it to or not. So now that I have my eyes just about done, just about ready, you can also use the opportunity to kind of clean up underneath your eyebrow if you have any brush strokes that you want to blend out. Alright, now that my eyes are essentially, you know, significantly lighter than what they were, I am going to grab my Warrior 2 palette and I'm going to start with black. Now just to get an idea of how dark it is, that's her gray, that's her black. And I grab basically my angle brush and I'm going to tap black onto basically where my brow bone is. So like if you look up here, about right here, and into my eye. Now we are doing a cut crease kind of, so I don't have to worry about making sure the black doesn't get everywhere because it doesn't necessarily matter because I'm going to go back over with more concealer and clean up when we add violet. But for now, we're going to grab black, and when I say it pops, like I'm talking it pops. I got like this much on there, and I'm going to add it to the very corner of my eye, or I guess into the brow bone, and like look at that. Look at it. It just, oh my god, like look at that. I didn't even use that much. Like, it's just there. And basically just kind of blend out on your brow bone and on the lid of your eye just a little bit more. And I would not be overzealous with this eyeshadow because the black is so rich and so pigmented that a little bit goes a long way. So there we go. We got black. I might need a little bit more on my lid just because it's just like a little bit faded, but like I really don't need that much, and that's the best part about this eyeshadow, where you really can just add damn near nothing and it's gonna work. And there you have it. And so basically I'm gonna repeat on the other side. Now that both eyes are done, that you can just already see just how dark it is. It's absolutely amazing. I'm gonna grab Juvia's Place Violets palette, and we are gonna grab the darkest sparkly purple here. And I'm basically gonna take our blending brush, and once again, not too much, because her pigments do not play around. You're gonna grab just a little bit, and you're basically going to go back to your eyebrow bone, and on the very outside, tap the purple between your brow bone and your eyebrow. You don't want to blend the black too much just because it's easy for the black to overtake the purple. So you want to be very gentle with tapping just on the outside and just to about where the black ends. It's so pretty, like oh my god. And I swear to god, like the first time I did this, I was like, oh my god, we did it. And like it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and I was like, I can't go to bed. I have to wear this for at least an hour before I wipe it off and like take all the pictures because I was so sad. I didn't do it like on this makeup like when I was going to the grocery store or something. No one's gonna see this in person. So yeah, so basically there goes the black and the purple mixed together. We are gonna go back through and clean up just a little bit, but like it looks pretty good. I don't think I need to add more black to it because I want the purple to stand out, but I don't want the black to be too defined as I'm doing this, just because her black is just, it's so black. Like, it's just so dark and it's so easy to just make the mistake and add too much of it. And that's fine and everything. Like, hell, you don't really need that much eyeshadow. But, ooh, mixing colors with black, I always feel like it's just a haphazard. Like, you doing fine and then you make a wrong turn and then it's just like, why? So yeah, so I'm almost done. What's my other? I add this a little bit more here. Just gonna blend it together. You don't want too harsh of a line between the black and the purple. Like, you want the purple to be there, but you also want the black to like blend up in there. I think we are good. Kind of blend to like the corner of your eye, out to the outer part of your eye. Like I said, this is technically a cut crease, so we will be cutting this with some more concealer in a second here. But there you go. We got black and purple blended together. Looks so good. Ah, okay. We gonna work on the lid next. Now for your lid, you're going to grab your brush again that you used for your concealer earlier. You're gonna grab your concealer brush and you're gonna add just a little bit on the brush there. And you're gonna start from the corner of your eye and work your way out. You do not want to cut too much into the black and purple, because depending on how your eye shape, it's really easy to kind of like get rid of the inner corner eyeshadow part. But like, you got this. We got this. We did this before. We could do it again. So you're basically gonna take your concealer and you're gonna close your eye. You're gonna pray to whoever's listening right now, and we're gonna boop right there, just like that. Then it's kind of spread it out. The trick to this is not to add too much concealer. And I think the first time I did this, I actually had the black mixed with concealer, and it was fine for the moment because it still came out really cute. But I know, like, in the future, I do not want my black to mix with my concealer. You're gonna like open up your eye a little bit, see where the concealer actually like falls, and then basically just clean up that line. Put it just a little higher over your crease so that you have just a little bit of space to work with. Yeah, like this, right above. But grab yourself a little bit more concealer, just a little bit more. Oh, like actually put something on the brush. And basically go down towards like the middle of your lid and just clean it up just a little bit. Kind of curve it around a little bit. Give yourself a nice amount of surface to work with, because we're gonna be putting violet over this, and violet does not play nice with black, or black doesn't play nice with violet. It's just gonna eat it up, and that's fine if you want to eat it up. I don't want to. I'm over here dropping myself. It's fine. But yeah, open your eye again, check it, make sure you want the concealer where it is, and then go back through and clean it up just a little bit. Now that we have our concealer on our eyelids and we have officially cut our crease, make sure you let the concealer dry just a little bit, because if you go back over with eyeshadow immediately after applying concealer, it's going to smudge, it's going to move. You're going to be sad. I have been sad many times. But after you let your concealer dry for a little bit, you're going to grab your flat brush and you're going to grab from Juvia's Place Violets, the lightest violet here. And you're basically going to, you know, dab your brush into it. Appreciate it, because my god, these colors are gorgeous. Then you're going to start on the very outside of your lid. So basically, you're going to start where the black ends, or basically where the cut crease ends. And you're going to apply it right down the middle, like so. And you're going to want to blend the black and the violet together just a little bit, but not too much. You want to place it first and then later go back through and blend it together. I prefer placing my colors where they gotta go and then blending them together. So there we go. We got our violet. Wait, let me check my mirror real quick. Yep, we got violet where we need to be. Make sure you get it up on your water, up on your lash line, everything, get it in there. And then repeat on the other side. You place your violet. You're going to basically tap your brush just a little bit, get any kind of excess off. You're gonna grab this really pretty shiny color right here. And same brush, flip it over. Add a decent amount because it is a kind of glittery color. And go to the right corner of your eye and just pop it right in there. And like, look at it. Look at it. It is gorgeous. And don't worry about blending just yet. We're just placing it where it gots to be first. Because we're going to go back through and blend all these together. I guess these two together. But like, look at it so far. Look. I'm assuming you're doing makeup with me. So like, you're looking at your mirror and I'm looking at my mirror and we're just impressed by our skills. So now you're going to take the blending brush and, you know, dust it off a little bit. Because my God, that darker purple, like I said, Julia Place did not play around. But we're going to grab violet again. And we're going to basically take it and we're going to blend it into the very bright colors we got going on here. And blend it into the black just a little bit. Because we basically want to just get rid of any kind of harsh transitions and just kind of make it all smoothly blend together. The best way to do this is to basically just tap it together instead of actually like blending and doing circles, because it's really easy to overblend. I overblend all the time and I keep asking myself, when were you going to stop? And the answer is never. The answer was not there. It was not found. So I've learned now to kind of just tap your colors together instead of making little circles, because sometimes it works. For me, it does not work. And basically keep grabbing violet until you are satisfied with the amount of blending you have done. I usually stop at about where I can see all the colors without having to like see a line in between the colors. So you kind of see how this sides blend together. We can see the line just a little bit at the top. I'm gonna go back there and just smooth it together just a wee bit more. Just a wee bit more. Look at that. Line's basically done. This sounds pretty good. Look at that. I'm definitely gonna post pictures of after because my ring light is so bright and like the colors on this are so pretty and so shiny. It's so shiny. Oh my God, look at them. Look at them. Like, oh my God. It's so gorgeous. Alright, so basically now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a washcloth and we're gonna clean up any excess eyeshadow that may or may not like have flown away, because as much as I love Juvia's Place for glitters, like the glitter in general, I get to actually like have a palette where the glitter didn't just like hop, skip, and jump onto my cheek and I'm just like, baby, what is he doing? Like, I told you to go here, not here. But there's always just a little bit left over just underneath my eye, which is fine. It wipes off pretty easily. Fortunately, because now I'm doing my foundation last, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no consequence. Like, you just get that shit everywhere. It's fine. There's no foundation to ruin. But after you wiped off your face, you're going to grab... Oop, did I grab that one? Yes. This is also by J-Cat. And it's her Rock and Glitz eyeliner. It's a black eyeliner. And when I say it is amazing, I love it so much. Like, it's a felted tip, and basically what you're going to do here is you're going to grab the corner of your eye. I know some makeup artists are just like, just draw it on there without grabbing your eye, but I need to like hold my eye down in place because I swear like my eyeliner be going everywhere. But basically you're going to grab the eyeliner and very carefully go on the eye and basically with eyeliner. Like, I like to go out to the corner first of my eye. And once when I have that line right there, I take my eyeliner and go back in. And have it basically meet the middle of my eye. And then I just like fill in. And this almost always guarantee the perfect wingtip. Like, it never fails. Yeah, like it almost never fails. Like I think it failed once and it was just that was all me. I messed up. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eyelid and then we're gonna work on the foundation real quick. So now that my eyeliner is on, it's looking pretty good. I went ahead and threw on some mascara, like just because I was already working at my eyeliner anyway. And unfortunately, I'm actually allergic to lash glue, so we don't wear lashes on this channel. It's fine. If you don't wear lashes either or don't know how to, welcome. We don't do that here. But I almost forgot that when I did this look last time, I actually had grabbed a smudging brush and I had grabbed the darkest purple here on Juvia's Place Violets. And instead of lining my under eye with eyeliner, I just took this and I just like smudged it in the very bottom like eyeliner. Very carefully. And basically what you want to do is just smudge not the entire thing, but just about to the middle of your eyelid. And again, you don't need a whole lot, you need just enough just to kind of create a smoky kind of under eye look here. I was going to use black initially, but I remember my thought process was I didn't want to have raccoon eyes. So I decided to grab the dark purple instead to kind of give the look I wanted without worrying about the black being too dark on my waterline. Or I guess only on my bottom lashes. I usually don't add mascara to my bottom lashes unless I'm going for a more dramatic look. And I also have like, you know, 6 like bottom lashes on both sides. So I'm not really trying to like highlight that too much. But I feel like this helps kind of define my eye just a little bit more. So now that you have all that done, it is time for foundation. Now foundation, I can't say I'm a guru at, but I have found what works for me. So basically, NYX's Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation goes on real quick. I usually just kind of place my foundation where I need to be. I'm not a huge fan of wearing a lot of foundation. I know some makeup artists, like, they got foundation, they got concealer, and they got another layer of foundation, they got another layer of concealer, and they have like so many different things to make their face look the way they want to look. For me, I am perfectly okay with just a little bit of foundation, kind of, you know, around the outer part of my face. And then I'm going to go in with Juvia's Place Concealer, which I have multiple times tried to find the color of this concealer, and it was on the box, and I don't have the box anymore, so I threw it away, and it's just this. It's this color. That's all I can say. Like, I think it has a number. I think it's like concealer number 12, but I'm not sure if it's going to help you guys or not. But it's my favorite concealer. And with this, I usually add just a little bit on my cheeks. About 2 dots there. A little bit right here. A little bit where I had the concealer for my eyebrows earlier. And a little bit on the bottom of my chin here. And a little bit on the side right there. And then I just usually take one brush and just yippee-ki-yay blend that shit out. Alright, so everything's basically blended out, and I noticed that, like, for some reason, depending on the angle of the camera, I look a little bit yellow along my jawline, but I want to say it might be the camera lighting, so I'm going to try dimming the light and see how different it looks. Going to do it one more time. Yeah, like it's almost a perfect match, in my opinion. I know that Juvia's Place concealer. The one I got is a little bit on the yellow side, and I've been working with it. It seems to be okay most of the time, but sometimes it betrays me. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not Juvia's Place fault. It's my fault for picking out too light of a color. But definitely not least, it's gonna be lip liner. I'm using NYX's, I use a lot of NYX stuff. I'm using their lip liner in the color Jet Black. And I'm basically going to line my lips, and then I'm going to grab Juvia's Place Black Matte Lipstick, and I'm going to apply that on top. And when I say it looks so good, oh, you about to see. You about to be amazed. You about to be wowed. This is basically the look. And I'm going to go grab the wig I wore last time. And I'm going to change it to another outfit. And when I come back, it's going to be rich. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be magnificent. Like, oh, it's going to look so good. Officer, what do you mean these brakes were cut? What do you mean my husband's dead? You guys, this is honestly my favorite look. Don't mind my wig. I don't lay down my lace, okay? Like, we in quarantine. I don't lay down anything during quarantine. But, like, look at this. I got the blonde wig. I got the makeup. I got the lips. Like, when I say, like, black lipstick, like, when it... It looks so good. But yeah, so this makeup look is good for, it's great for going to the grocery store. It's great for if, you know, you need to go to the post office and ship off, you know, a letter to your, I don't know, second cousin or whatever, and tell her that you found your twin. It's absolutely appropriate for when your husband dies under mysterious circumstances. Like, this look is multi-purpose. And, you know, I got like this one hair, but like, oh, doesn't want to behave. Go where you need to go. But anyway, yes. So thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for, you know, supporting me and following this look with me. Like, ooh, this is my Becky wig. Like, I named my wigs and I got her and I was like, ooh, you a Becky, you a bad bitch. But yes, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. That's where I post all my looks. I don't necessarily do videos for all of them, but if you see a look and want to do a video, let me know. I will gladly do it again. But now I'm off. Make sure you subscribe. I must go find a husband to collect on. I need to go find a husband so I could thoroughly use his looks. Because, like, you know, you walk down a long stairwell, the officer knocks on your door and you're just like, who could it possibly be? They tell you your husband died under mysterious circumstances. The brakes were cut. Still, the brakes were cut. I haven't checked recently. Like, what could have ever happened? And then they tell you that you collect all the insurance money in his inheritance and you were well off for the rest of your life, and you're like, oh, well, when do we plan the funeral?